Everybody ready? Yeah, you guys want to go ahead and come up here? Ruth, I'm the public information officer with stemming from a kidnapping which ended up in a tragic homicide, and this kidnapping occurred on September 7th of 2021 and of Mr. Jermaine Spruer. Although there are aspects that we're unable to discuss, as this case is an ongoing case, we do want to provide the public with some ATF, Sean Morrow.
Good afternoon. My name is Sean Morrow. I'm the special agent in charge for the ATF's Louisville division. ATF's mission is to protect the public and to combat violent crime. Simply put, our agency investigates crimes involving violence and firearms offenses, and it requires us to deal with dangerous individuals who harm our community. In fact, almost all the suspects that ATF deals with are armed with a firearm, and that presents a very serious risk to our agents. We pursue these violent offenders to keep you safe and to make Louisville safer for your family and for ours. We work very closely with the men and women of LAPD and our federal partners like the FBI. This morning is another example of the Louisville law enforcement community working together to tackle a very serious problem, the violence in our streets. During a joint operation, ATF, LAPD, and the FBI served multiple search and arrest warrants in the city. The investigation involved serious violence, including kidnapping and murder, as well as organized crime and drug trafficking. The level of risk was so high, we utilized special response teams at each of the locations. When ATF's special response team contacted occupants at a residence on North 41st Street, our team was met with gunfire. ATF returned fire, and fortunately, those involved were arrested, and no one was injured. Law enforcement has a very tough job to do, and the men and women of ATF and LMPD and our partners face increasing risk. Every day, police are met with resistance, yet they continue to put themselves in harm's way to protect the city. Just this morning, a report was published highlighting a 55% increase in line-of-duty deaths in law enforcement across the U.S. For some, there's a narrative that it's acceptable to push back on law enforcement, that it's okay to shoot at the police or resist arrest. There's a mentality among some individuals in the street they can establish some type of street credibility by fighting the police. I'm here today to say that's absolutely unacceptable. It's not acceptable. It's wrong, and it's outrageous. If we want a safe city, this mentality must change. ATF and LMPD and the FBI and the Louisville law enforcement community, we're not going to stop doing our jobs, which is standing up for the communities, helping victims find a sense of justice, and caring for family members who have lost loved ones to violence and guns and drugs. Last year, Louisville broke homicide records for the second year in a row. Non-fatal shootings and firearms offenses are at an all-time high. Chief Shields has been very clear on her priorities for LMPD, and they are in line with ours. We're going to double down on violent crime, and we're going to do it together. If you use a firearm to commit a crime, if you use a gun to harm someone, you're the exact type of person that we're going to focus on. I know that we have the community's support, and for that I'm very grateful. Thank you.
And I would like to welcome the Special Agent in charge of the FBI Louisville Division, SAC, Jody Cohen.
Good afternoon, Jody Cohen, FBI Louisville. I just want to say, I want to reiterate the words of Sean, SAC of ATF and LMPD, that FBI stands strong with our partners, LMPD, ATF, state and local partners throughout this state, and Louisville in particular, in which we are going to focus on combating violent crime and violent criminals and putting them away for a long time. So I just want to reiterate again, we are here to stand strong with our partners, LMPD and ATF, especially today, when one of our ATF agents took fire upon arresting a violent individual. So thank you for your time today. We will work strong together to combat this violence in the city.
Thank you. And in summary, we appreciate you guys all coming out. We appreciate our federal partners. And as everyone has said, we take our jobs very seriously. Each and every day we come out to do the best for this community and to keep this community safe. Thank you guys. Does anybody have any questions? Would you like to? We will be providing the names of those individuals who were arrested on warrants of indictment. We'll send those out after this press conference concludes.
Could one of you talk about what happened today, the shooting, and the fact that you guys went there and just being prepared for that to possibly happen? Because I think most of us civilians expect you to go there and at the most they're going to run, but there was exchange of gunfire. Could you talk about that?
Certainly. That is a reality that we face in law enforcement, that any day we may be confronted with deadly force. And obviously we train. That is a last resort. We train for so many different scenarios and so many things that can happen out there, so many encounters with someone who's wanting to harm us. Despite that, we put on our uniforms or our badges and go out here every day in service of our communities nationwide.
So the shooting that took place this morning, you were looking for suspects in the kidnapping case? Is that am I putting those together?
That's correct. That's correct. So we had 2 warrants of indictment, and those search warrants were in order to apprehend those individuals, and we did just that today. So we want the public to know that we identify those individuals responsible for that violent kidnapping and homicide. We have apprehended those suspects. We will be providing those names after this press conference concludes.
Thank you all. Say the victim's name again.
Jermaine Spruer.
Jermaine Spruer?
Yes, and that was from a kidnapping on September 7th, 2021. Okay. Thank you guys for coming.